Alright y'all, well we are back here in the cabin. I've got everything kind of taken out, put in the garage. I don't want the weather to get to that wood. I want that wood to stay nice and fresh. So we've got all of those pieces stowed away in the garage. And what we're gonna be doing now is, I've been thinking about these bulkheads here, and I'm gonna get rid of them. I thought I could get away with just leaving these old pieces in here, but after thinking about it, I said, you know what, scratch that. We're gonna rip these babies out. We're gonna put brand new pieces in. We do have a few pieces of marine plywood left over. We have just enough to fill in these spots here. The ones that we have already cut, we'll still use those. But instead of lining those up to these old rot bulkheads here, we'll just cut and fiberglass in some brand new ones. It'll look good, it'll match, it'll all line up a lot better. Alright, and so how we're going to be replacing these, we actually need to get the angle here so we line up to the hole properly. And I was thinking we can just cut these out and then trace them, but I wanted to try a new method I found out about. Thanks to a couple of my viewers, they commented on a video I had posted recently, and I found out about these guys right here. And what is this exactly? This is a joggle stick, or a ticking stick, or a tick stick. This is actually a really cool tool that we're gonna use to get this angle on the holes here on the sides. So that way whenever we cut our new pieces, we're gonna line up nice and flush on the side here. And so how this works is, we need to have a little board template piece. This is gonna be kind of our measuring board where we're gonna make all of our markings. And then what we do, we make all of our markings on this, and then we take this board and actually use this one to measure and cut our new piece. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show you how this is actually gonna work. All right, y'all, so we have the old bulkhead piece here. We need to get the measurement of all the little points here. So from this spot all the way up to here, and then we need to know how much to cut from here to here, and in the curve here we need to know how much is going on. We need to know where we need to cut it off right here at this point to this point. And so basically this tool is going to give us the measurements of all these points that we want. We can get the measurement of any point to our desire. I mean, we can do 10, 20, 50, however many we want, we can do. We're gonna start here at the very tip here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place the ticking stick right here at the first point, and then we're gonna place it right here on our template board, and we're gonna hold it in place, and then we're gonna trace our ticking stick. Okay. So now we've just made our first mark, and if you can see here, I have each of these little loops numbered, so that way when we go back, line up our ticking stick, we'll know which loop to line it up with. 5. So now I'm gonna go ahead and record the point all the way down into the end here. Put our mark. So I hope that's making sense. If it's not, don't worry, we're gonna get to that second part, but let's just go ahead and record all the points that I wanna do now, and then we'll move this into the garage, and then I'll show y'all step 2 to this process. All right, y'all. Alright y'all, well I think we've got enough points marked here that we can go ahead and take this and trace out our new bulkhead piece. So let's go mosey on over into the garage and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Alright y'all. Alright guys, so we've moved into the garage. We have our new piece of plywood that is going to be our new bulkhead, and then we have our measuring template that we traced onto. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take our ticking stick and we're going to line up on all the marks that we made, and in every place that we set it, we're going to mark the tip of the stick. We'll add a mark, add a mark, add a mark, and so on and so forth. And then eventually this board will be all dotted up, and then we'll just connect the dots, and it should trace out to be the exact sheet that we need. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. We have the bulkhead here. We've got the curve to the hole here, so we'll line up against the hole right here. At these points here, this is where we're gonna line up with the other pieces that we had already cut. So let me show you that real quick. All right, so this is the piece that we cut, and it's gonna line up right about here. We'll hack this little guy off right here, but we'll have a nice lineup right here. And that's how the two pieces are gonna connect there. Before we get into cutting this piece, let's get back into number 11 and cut out those old bulkhead pieces. So let's go do that. There we go. Came out nice and clean there, you guys. And clean this up a little bit. We'll be ready for the new bulkhead. All cleaned up, all sprayed down. Now she's really bare bones. Alright, let's get back to these bulkheads, y'all. Alright guys, well we got the full bulkhead piece here. You can see this is what we were gonna go with and get rid of those guys. So we're gonna do brand new pieces. This is what we traced out with our ticking stick. So let's see how close we actually got here. And that's actually not too bad. So we're gonna go ahead and trace this out as well, and we'll see how close we got, and we'll always cut bigger than what we need, and then go see what we're working with at the end. All right, Jim. We can see what we traced and what we used with our ticking stick. We should have recorded a few more points for the curve here. Yeah, you always want to go bigger than what you need, and we definitely measured out bigger, but I'm happy with our very first ever try with our trusty old ticking stick. Pretty cool. There's a few modifications I would make to this. I'll go over probably at the end of the video here. But let's just go ahead and cut out our new bulkhead. fit here. Oh man, that is not bad at all. Maybe about a 1/2 inch gap on the bottom corner here, but that should be okay. I think we can maybe cut a little piece to kind of fill in there. Not a big problem. Yeah, guys, I think these bulkheads are a success. Oh yeah, it's gonna work. Alright y'all, well I think that's gonna do it for this one. Let me know what you thought about my how-to ticking stick presentation. I found out about that method, I thought it was so cool. I needed to try it myself on number 11, needed to share it with you all. And I think those new bulkheads turned out looking pretty dang good. We'll be able to just fiberglass those in and move forward. And if there is something I would change about the tick stick that I made, I would actually make it a little bit thinner. I would use a different type of wood. I mean, real thin, like a metal ruler or something. I would probably add like 1 or 2 kind of 90-degree angle notches in there instead of just the continuous curves. It was a little tricky to line up at times with just going off those little curves. But yeah, other than that, I think it worked out well. Stay tuned for the next video, you guys. We're gonna be diving into building some shelves for number 11. We're gonna get into Thunder Road and actually gonna borrow and take some measurements of her shelves, build some new ones, and install them in this old girl. But again, folks, thank y'all so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate the likes, the subs, the comments. Keep them coming. I'll keep the videos coming. Don't be a stranger. And until next time, peace. Take it easy.